If you are over 60 years old, you need to stop eating these 5 fruits. Have you ever wondered why your legs seem to get weaker? And why this happens even though you try to stay active and follow health tips? Maybe you feel more exhausted after climbing even a short flight of stairs than you did before, or getting up from a chair takes a little more effort. You wonder if it's just the natural aging process, or if there's something else silently sapping the strength and stability in your legs. The truth, which you may not expect, is that there may be a hidden culprit in your daily diet. We have always known that fruit is a healthy food, rich in nutrition, beneficial for the heart, the immune system, an essential element of a balanced diet, and for the most part it is true. But there is a crucial aspect, rarely discussed, especially when it comes to the health of the elderly. Not all fruits are equally beneficial for those over 60. Some, however sweet, juicy, and seemingly harmless, could actually slowly but surely weaken your legs day after day. Studies, such as those cited by Harvard Medical School, indicate that changes in metabolism and circulation that occur with age make people over 60 more sensitive to sugars, acids, and certain substances in foods. This means that fruits that were your friends when you were younger could now be causing problems, damaging your circulation, muscles, and joints. And the most worrying part, you could be consuming these fruits regularly without even realizing the risks they pose to your legs. But you don't have to worry. In this video, I'll help you identify the problem before the damage becomes significant. But before we dive into the details and find out what these 5 fruits are, I ask you a small favor that will help many people. Like this video to support us and help us reach more people, and share it with anyone you think could benefit from it. And please let us know in the comments where you are watching from, what city or region, and also what you think about this topic. We are happy to interact with you, our wonderful community that cares about their health. In this video, we'll be looking at the 5 worst fruits that over 60 should consider avoiding if they want to maintain leg strength, stability, and flexibility. I'll reveal why they're wrecking your legs. I warn you, the 5th fruit may surprise you, because it is a fruit that almost everyone enjoys eating because they believe it to be super healthy. But this is not just a list of what to avoid. If you stick around until the end, I will also give you better options. Fruits that can help reduce inflammation, improve circulation, soothe joint pain, and even support muscle strength. This is a complete guide to health for your legs. If you've ever felt numbness in your legs at night, unexplained muscle tension, or just not feeling as fast or steady as you used to, then this video is a wake-up call you shouldn't ignore. Reversing the loss of leg strength is possible, and the information you learn today has the potential to be the first step toward regaining your freedom every step of the way. Now, let's reveal what these 5 fruits are and why they are destroying your leg health. Get ready to discover the full title. Stop eating the 5 worst fruits. They are destroying your leg strength. First, let's talk about pineapple. It has long been known for its supposed anti-inflammatory properties due to bromelain. Sweet, refreshing, it seems like a champion of health. But there is something that very few older people know. Pineapple can have the opposite effect, especially if consumed regularly. 100 grams of fresh pineapple contains about 10 grams of sugar and a relatively high amount of natural acids. Sugar causes a rapid increase in blood sugar. In older adults, especially those with slow circulation or vascular problems, this spike can damage the small arteries that supply blood to the legs and feet. The result? Less oxygen and nutrients to the muscle tissues of the legs, causing discomfort when walking, swelling, and dull pain after sitting or even after short walks. These are the first signs of poor circulation and inflammation of the vessels. But that's not all. Pineapple contains citric acid and bromelain, which can irritate the joint tissues, worsening chronic inflammation. For seniors with joint pain, pineapple can be like throwing gasoline on the fire, increasing sensitivity and causing a feeling of heaviness and sluggishness in the legs. One study found that people over 60 with digestive problems and fragile capillaries are more susceptible. Frequent pineapple can gradually worsen inflammation. And be careful if you take blood thinners. Bromelain can interact, increasing the risk of bleeding or reducing the effectiveness of the drug. If you've ever felt heavy legs after eating pineapple or pain in your knees/ankles with slight swelling, you may want to reconsider incorporating it into your diet. You don't have to eliminate it, but reduce the frequency and choose less inflammatory and gentler fruits like blueberries or papaya. This helps prevent the gradual weakening of the legs. Now for the second well-known fruit that may not be the best choice for aging legs, bananas. Long recognized as a health food, the most praise goes to the potassium and energy they provide for muscle function. However, contrary to popular belief, bananas are not always the best for seniors. 100 grams of ripe bananas contain about 12 grams of natural sugar and 23 grams of carbohydrates that are quickly absorbed. This causes blood sugar levels to rise rapidly. While young people manage insulin well, in those over 60 with reduced insulin function, blood sugar levels become more unstable. This significantly impacts circulation, especially in the legs. Many older adults feel heavy legs after eating a banana, followed by dull ache in the knees or fatigue in the calves even with light activity. It's not just a feeling. It's a sign that high blood sugar is damaging small blood vessels and muscle tissue. Additionally, bananas tend to concentrate water, causing water retention for those with heart problems or taking diuretics, leading to swelling, slightly swollen ankles, and stiffness in the legs. Studies show that fast-absorbing carbohydrates in older adults are associated with reduced blood flow to the limbs, decreasing muscle strength, and increasing the risk of falls. The risk with bananas is that the consequences are not immediate, but accumulate, making it difficult to understand that this seemingly safe fruit can gradually weaken the legs. If you love them, eat small amounts, half a banana, and combine them with healthy fats, nuts, peanut butter, to slow absorption. Definitely avoid on an empty stomach. Replace them with less sugary fruits such as papaya or berries. The third fruit that has a significant impact on circulation and joints, undermining leg strength, is grapes. Sweet, easy to eat, the juicy bunches are a beloved snack, believed to be full of antioxidants. But grapes may have lesser known but important effects on leg health, especially joints and circulation, in those over 60. Fruits like grapes are high in fructose, a natural sugar that is rapidly metabolized by the liver. When you eat a lot of it, your liver can't process it all and turns it into fat and uric acid. Excess uric acid is a risk for crystal formation in joints, especially small joints like the knees, ankles, and toes, which is known to cause gout and recurring joint pain. If you've ever had that sharp pain in your big toe at night, tight calves, or dull ache in your knees without any trauma, it could be related to uric acid from excessive fructose, like that in grapes. Fructose also contributes to chronic inflammation, which builds up with regular grape consumption, damaging connective tissue around joints and limiting mobility. Grapes are especially dangerous because it's so easy to eat too many. They're small, delicious, and not filling. 2 or 3 cups disappear in a flash, with a significant sugar load. Studies show that older adults who regularly eat fruits high in fructose, such as grapes, are at increased risk for joint problems and inflammation. Low-sugar fruits rich in anti-inflammatories, like berries, show beneficial effects. If you love grapes, eat a little consciously, not every day and not as a substitute for a complete snack. Choose fruits like blueberries, raspberries, strawberries, less sweet and richer in fiber and anti-inflammatories. The fourth fruit, often seen as the sweet hydration trap and associated with summer, is watermelon. Containing more than 90% water, it seems perfect for cooling down. But few know that, despite the water, watermelon can gradually tire and weaken the legs, especially in those over 60. Watermelon has a fairly high glycemic index, even though it contains few calories. When you eat it, your blood sugar rises rapidly, almost like with candy. This rapid sugar spike damages small blood vessels, especially in the legs and feet, which is problematic for older adults who have a reduced ability to regulate blood sugar. Do your legs feel tired after a few slices? Do your ankles swell or your knees feel stiff after eating it in the evening? It's no coincidence. The sugar spike increases inflammation in areas with poor circulation, calves, knees, ankles. Silent inflammation damages capillaries and impacts blood flow to muscles. Another problem is that watermelon is not filling, making it easy to eat too much, taking in the equivalent of a can of soda and sugar. Eating it after a meal, especially one with carbs, worsens the insulin spike, causing inflammation, dull ache, heaviness, and rapid tiredness on the stairs. Health reports warn that regular consumption of high glycemic foods can cause reduced insulin sensitivity, constriction of peripheral vessels, and nighttime leg cramps in older adults. Watermelon, seemingly harmless, unknowingly contributes to leg weakness. Ultimately, don't eliminate it completely, but eat a small portion, perhaps at the end of a meal, never on an empty stomach. Don't use it as a substitute for water if you already have leg problems. Choose ripe papaya or pear, refreshing but more gentle on blood sugar and less inflammatory. And here we come to the fifth fruit, perhaps the most surprising on this list that is undermining the strength of your legs, the orange. Oranges represent health, immunity, freshness, a classic breakfast. But they are not always a safe choice for the legs and joints of the elderly. In addition to vitamin C and flavor, there is an often overlooked component that significantly impacts bones, joints, and circulation: citric acid. This acid, which gives it a sour taste, is well handled by the stomach in young people. But after age 60, the stomach lining becomes more sensitive, and citric acid can irritate it, affecting blood flow and soft tissue. When the acid enters the blood, it can increase the tenderness of joint tissue, especially if you already have deterioration or arthritis. You may feel discomfort in your knees when you wake up, pain in your thighs when you walk, or a sharp pain in your hips after sitting. Orange juice, then, is a concentrate, about 9 grams of sugar per 100 mls plus citric acid. This mixture creates a rapid up and down of blood sugar that promotes inflammation in the elderly, reducing blood flow to the legs and compromising circulation. These micro-alterations can be the cause of the pain and stiffness you feel, or the night cramps. Studies link regular consumption of acidic foods in older adults to inflammation of the connective tissue around the joints and reduced bone density. Be careful if you suffer from osteoporosis or sciatica. Drinking orange juice first thing in the morning for years could be a hidden and unrecognized cause of decreased mobility. So how can you enjoy oranges without damaging your legs? Avoid packaged juices, often with extra sugar and preservatives. Heat the whole fruit, sliced, in the morning and after meals. Never on an empty stomach or before bed. If you already have unexplained pain or stiffness, you may want to switch to more alkaline fruits like pear or ripe papaya. And now stop and think for a moment. Your legs have taken you far in life, from your first steps to afternoons of play to the moments when you stood firm in the face of challenges. And yet now, even a short flight of stairs leaves you breathless. A short walk causes heavy, tired, aching legs. Most of the time we think it's just aging. But, as you have seen, that is not the only reason. Legs gradually weaken due to habits and choices that seem safe, even considered beneficial. The 5 fruits we have discussed are very common. You could consume them weekly without being aware of the effects they have on circulation, joints, and muscles. The good news, and it is news that brings hope and well-being to seniors, is that there is still time to change. Your body, with the right support, still has the ability to heal itself. And this does not require drastic or rigorous changes. Start with small steps, choosing a different snack, a more moderate option. You can start your journey to regaining leg strength simply by following these health guides. Instead of watermelon for an afternoon snack, try blueberries. Instead of a banana after breakfast, try a piece of papaya, delicate and sweet. These seem like small changes, but if you stick with them, they have the potential to make a huge difference. Your legs will feel lighter, stronger, more flexible. Getting up from a chair will no longer be a struggle. Every step will make you feel more secure, more confident. Not only that, but you will begin to rediscover the freedom that comes from every single movement. If you've gotten this far in the video, I understand that you're genuinely concerned about your health, and I want to share this with you. You're not alone. Millions of seniors are looking for the same answers. Please tell me one thing you've discovered today. And if there's even one small change you're willing to make in your habits or diet, please leave it in the comments.